Hey everybody. Today we're talking about boundaries. This is the perfect topic for moms in the middle of summer. So come and join me as I'm enjoying this baking heat outside. My house is overly air conditioned right now while people have been asleep. So I want to start off with just kind of demystifying boundaries. I think a lot of people get confused when they hear the word and they don't know what to make of it. Is this rules I'm giving my kids? Is this a way to control their behavior? Is this a way to stop a thing, a bad thing from happening? And the first example that comes to mind, summer. Kids are bored. They're reaching for screens. They're reaching for sugar. What are your kids doing that's kind of driving you nuts, making a lot of noise, whatever? Whatever your kids are doing that you're like, I just need them to stop so I can think, so I can hear my thoughts. So you're thinking, I need to set a boundary. And I'm going to tell you kind of where boundaries fail. First of all, because you need to know what not to do, or kind of look in the mirror and see, why is what I'm doing maybe not giving me the result that I want? And then I'm going to tell you a secret to why is my phone going off in fireworks? This is so weird. I got a new phone, and it's like everything is so fancy. Such a vintage girl. This kind of overwhelms me. I just had fireworks go off around my head. Did you guys see that? And then I'm going to tell you the secret to setting a successful boundary. And the reason why you need to know how to set a successful boundary is because you deserve to feel sane. You deserve to have peace in your home. You deserve to feel things are calm and not chaotic. And so do your children. Everyone in your home deserves to feel safe in your home. They deserve to feel grounded, like your home is a sanctuary. It's a place that fosters connection. It's where relationships flourish. It's where people get to be safe in their own space or in connection. And so boundaries can help us facilitate all of that. I'm hoping today you will leave this talk feeling a little less confused and a little more clear about what boundaries are. So let's start with a question. On a scale of 1 to 5, you guys, how confident are you in your ability to set boundaries that work with your kids at home? Drop it in the comments now. Scale of 1 to 5. 1 is like, I stink, I'm lost on boundaries, I run on empty all the time, I'm in survival mode. 5 is, I'm a boundaries queen. I've worked with Honor, I've been through Awakened Motherhood, I have been through the ringer, I have practiced knowing how to communicate in a way that my kids hear and they honor the boundaries, and my home is like a well-oiled machine. Where do you fall between 1 and 5? Drop that in the comments and let's see where you guys are. I want to know because I want to help you where you are and cater this talk to what you need. And I can also go back and answer your questions as we go through. So please do let me know. That's the first question. And then what I want to start with right now is, I'm just looking down, I have a few notes here, where boundaries fail for people. People think that their kids don't follow boundaries or respect boundaries or their limits or whatever because they're not consistent enough. So if you ever think like, if I would just be consistent, it would work. Or they fail because you think you're not following through enough. So your kids don't know like what's up. They aren't clear on the plan, right? Things aren't clear, they're murky, they're confusing. You maybe change your mind a lot. You maybe say no and then cave in. That's not a boundary. That's just confusion for your children and frustration for you. And some of you here who have deep feeling kids, big feeling kids, you have high needs kids who are likely to blow up or erupt. I know that you're tiptoeing around those kids and not wanting to hold and sustain a boundary because you don't want to deal with the boiling over that happens for your kids. You don't want to deal with the blow-ups, or you're too tired. You don't have it in you. So you're in that bad cycle of circling the drain, trying to avoid things getting worse, but they're already not good. Okay, any or all of that. Your boundaries aren't working well. All right. The problem actually is not that you don't follow through, that you're not consistent. We're going to go deeper than that. The problem is underneath those things. The secret to, and I say secret because nobody seems to get this, and even parenting experts, coaches, your therapist will not tell you this. The little known key to boundaries that are successful, and by successful, I mean boundaries that create harmony in your home, that foster connection and relationship that's healthy and strong with your kids. Boundaries that do those things are actually rooted in your own sense of what you want for your family and what works for you. So people get really confused about this, trying to do what they think their kid needs or who they think their kid should be, or I don't know, we get up in our heads about all kinds of things. There are probably a lot of times where you overthink about it, or you just are reacting to what you see in front of you. No more screens, I'm taking it away, or whatever. Kind of randomly slapping on consequences. And here's the deal. Your boundaries are actually a method. We could call them a strategy too, but I like the word method because when you think about what is a boundary anyway, like is it a rule, is it a consequence, is it a whatever? Boundaries are a method or a way or a strategy that creates sanity for you and create respect and connection with your kids. It's nothing more. It's nothing else. It's that simple. Boundary is your method for creating sanity for yourself or connection and healthy relationships with your children or with a partner. Same with adults. If you have trouble saying no when people ask you things, you feel obligated, oops, you don't really know where your boundary is on that. And then you feel tired and then you feel guilty. Oops, you don't have a clear boundary for yourself. That's not about the other person. It's not about your kids. That is about your own awareness and not knowing where you stand on what you want, on what's too much for you, on how much energy you have to give, and you're getting tangled up in the feelings of it all without being able to say what you need and live from that place of clarity. Okay, making sense? I'm gonna see if I can see comments. I don't think I can see comments here, but please do drop them below as you listen. Okay. All right. So number one thing you need to keep your eye on the ball of when you are trying to create more order, more calm for yourself in your home, and you think maybe I should set a boundary, maybe I should say no, maybe I should follow through, maybe I should talk to my kid about this. The number one thing before you do any of that is to get clear on your outcome, you guys. You have to be clear about what it is you're trying to create and accomplish. If you don't know that, you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks, and I promise you it's not going to stick. It's all going to fall off. You need to first be clear on what am I trying to create here. So I'll ask you now to engage and to say in the comments and really own it. What are you trying to create in your home or in your family that isn't where you want it to be? Is it more calm? Is it more fun and laughter, lightness? Is it more flow? Is it peace, quiet? Is it less guilt for you? Is it knowing how to give yourself what you need without having to rage or yell or try to, shut them down or whatever it is, wherever it goes sideways and messy? Less overwhelm, less anger, less frustration. I'll give you the words. That is calm. That is peace. That is harmony in your home and connection with your people. That's the beauty of family. And if you're missing that, you're missing the whole goodness of family. It is the potential for love, connection, belonging. It's the potential for fun. It's the potential for growth and understanding when it is kind of rough. It's the potential for learning you and who you are and who you want to be in this world. That's what family is here to teach us. And so, no, it isn't always roses, but when it isn't roses, if you're clear on your outcome, then you're going to be able to go this is not what I want to be happening. And then you have a choice if you want to do something about it or not, if you want to learn something new, if you want to ask for help, if you want to flow energy or attention to solving a problem, then you can decide to do that, or you can decide not to do that and kind of keep avoiding it or ignoring it and just see what happens. And usually, then if something becomes frustrating enough, we will motivate to change it. We will find a solution, right? We're humans. We avoid until we can't avoid any longer. That's how we do with problems, myself included. I mean, we are only so proactive usually. So boundaries are a method. So to recap, boundaries are a method to create sanity for you, to create calm in your being, to create harmony in your home. And you guys, if you've been following me for a while or you come to any of my workshops, you've heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again, that how you feel inside, your level of calm, your comfort with your emotions, your energy about who you are, your confidence as a mom is going to ripple out into your home and into your family. And so we can't change anyone else, but we can 100% create happiness for ourselves. We can create peace. We can create harmony. Harmony in your home starts where? Within you. It starts within you, creating harmony within you, comfort in your own being, in your own emotions. That is where harmony starts. And so boundaries are a way for you to protect your energy, to protect or create your sanity, to protect your space, your peace of mind, your health, your physical energy. Boundaries are a method to protect all of that. They won't create it for you though. You have to create that clarity and calm for yourself first, then boundaries are the way to maintain it. So if I'm trying to set a boundary with my kid, hey, I said no screens today, and I see you sneaking off with the iPad, for example, if you have a little one, or maybe a big one, who does that. And you're annoyed, you're frustrated, you're mad, you're afraid because you don't want them to blow up. And that's in the energy, your boundary is going to stink. It's not going to produce anything good. It's going to create a fight. It's going to create frustration for you. But if I'm good. I'm in a place, I've done my morning routine. I know I'm living in a way that brings so much satisfaction for me. I'm clear in my emotions. I know my outcome is for connection with me and my kids, or for I have certain values. I want them to be like creative or reading or outside and not on screens, and that's my value. And I see a kid sneaking off with a screen, then I can go, hey, hang on a second. This is my boundary. We've talked about this. It's not okay for you to be on screens, because what's important here, now I'm building relationship and connection. What's important here is that you nurture your mind, and that you feed your soul and you come outside, or that you call a friend, or that you go ride your bike. These things will make you into a beautiful, well-rounded person, whereas the screen is going to shrink your brain. I might say something like that. So in your own words, however you say it, if I am in a place of calm and clarity, and I know that boundary is about helping my child to make better choices, then the result is good no matter what. Whether she storms off and gets mad, or whether she goes, you're right, whatever happens there, I'm good. You know why I'm good? Because I am clear and grounded in my energy and centered in knowing what I need and what I want for this home and family. And this week on client calls, I mean, I usually see themes in my program calls. I have a couple different programs for moms, and in each of them, I saw its own theme was emerging. And it's this thing that we do as moms, as women, where we just kind of react to what our kids are bringing us. We just kind of react to who the husband is or the partner is. We just kind of react to what is, instead of knowing what we want to create And it's usually if we're letting them bring it. It's usually not harmony and peace and connection. It's usually not automatic, those things. Those are things that we create from our intention. And boundaries can help us to foster those things and protect those values we have and really cultivate that kind of loving connection. All right, you guys, is this making sense? Okay, so if you missed it, go back and watch this replay. If you're just joining now, and hi, you guys who are just coming on, it's good to see you. Go ahead and go back to the beginning. Drop in that little assessment question I asked you, drop in the comments on a scale of 1 to 5 how confident you are with setting boundaries and how successful you are with that, so I can see how much more you want to learn about that. And then drop a takeaway, like, what was this helpful for you at all? What did you hear that was like, oh, I haven't heard it that way before? What would you like to know more about? Drop that in the comments. You guys have a beautiful Thursday, and I'll see you next time.